guys are coming up to you saying, when is this going to be over? They're like kids in the car, right? How many more minutes?
Yeah, no, we actually, our guys have been pretty focused, and they've worked really hard during camp, extremely hard. We're making progress, and we're not where we want to be. We're hoping that tomorrow night will put us where we want to be.
How much is Kerry going to play?
I'm gonna go with him, and he's gonna take the first and second quarter and play through and he'll go into the third quarter, the first series, just so that he can play through a half.
Through a half and have.
Yeah, right.
I think that there's some.
Pardon me.
What's the benefits of having a guy play through a half?
Well, that's what they have to do. So I just want them to experience that once before the regular season, where they have to come back out, get rewarmed, and then start up again. So I think that there's a little bit of body memory involved in that, and I think that they need to revisit that from year to year.
With so few preseason games, how much, as far as your decision on who makes it, who doesn't, happens in practice as opposed to what they do in the games?
Well, a good deal of what we decide, it happens in practice. I've never really put a percentage on it, but the bottom line is this is a performance-based business, and how they perform in the games is very, very important to us because it's a different environment than practice. Practice is I call it the or else factor in a game. There's no or else factor in practice. You line back up, you try again. Where in a game, there's a little bit more finality to it. So it's important for us to see them under fire in the game.
Now, having said that, Bart, after the first preseason game, obviously you were dissatisfied with the quality of the tackling that you were seeing from the defense. So I would assume from the practices in the week following that was certainly a focus.
We've certainly coached up the tackling aspect on defense. It's not something at this level that you want to do live in practice, but we talk about it and coach through it in virtually every drill. So the biggest problem that I saw with the tackling was the initial contact was good. It was the wrapping up and the bringing down and that kind of thing. So we've focused on it. The guys have really, in every aspect of practice, thought about tackling. So I would anticipate a better tackling football team tomorrow night.
You play back-to-back against Hamilton this week and then to start the season. How does that affect how you game plan for this week?
Well, preseason games to me, it's not so much about what the other team is doing. It's about what we're doing and how well we do it. And so we're still trying to get down the basics of our offense, our defense, and our special team game. So being able to process information out on the field during a live game, that's been our focus, and our focus has been on us, not so much on them. Now, when this preseason game is over, now you start to turn and you start the strategy and you start to try to scheme people and that kind of thing. But like right now, our players, they're more worried about what we're doing right now and trying to execute and do what we're doing well.
I think especially with so many bodies still in camp. I know you were kind of about a half dozen guys, but which is, they didn't make your 2-game deadline, I guess. Was that more of a question of just like we just have to simplify things here and focus on the guys who are ahead of the curve, or?
No, what that was we let some good players go. It was a matter of is he taking reps away from guys that are ahead of him, and that was more that decision, is that we needed to get the guys that we feel were ahead of the game right now more repetitions in practice, and by trimming the roster a little bit, we were able to get the right guys more reps.
Because I mean, it's probably unusual for you is that it's a really compressed preparation time, and so you're looking around, you're doing a head count, going, I have so many people here, and we got to be ready, July 1st.
Right, and it's 2 weeks shorter than I'm used to, and so. We had to speed the process up a little bit, and we felt that the moves that we made were going to be beneficial to us. So, and we felt good about the decisions that we made also.
Belly be okay for July 1? Right?
Yeah, he's going to be fine. We're holding him out just because we know he can do what we want him to do. He doesn't have anything to prove to us in terms of what he can bring to the defensive line. We already know that he is the heart and soul of our defensive line, and every week when we rank the players, he ranks at the top of our defensive line. So we just don't want to risk any injury or further injury to that area that he has going on right now. And he's been making great progress. He's been practicing full speed, and I think that it's the best for him and for us to hold him back.
Probably a similar situation for guys like Ramsey and Schmidt as well, in that you feel that they're a little bit more known quantities, and let's not risk anything. Or?
Yeah, well, I mean, with